we're going to look at brewing probably one of my favorite methods, an Aeropress. What you need for this is some basic equipment. You need an Aeropress. You need something to press into, some filters. I'm going to use a metal filter, but you can use paper filters as well. About 20 grams of coffee and a scale. So that's your basic setup for a really great Aeropress. I'll show you my recipe, but there's probably 1,000 different ways that you could do this as well. So starting off, your Aeropress goes on your scale, filter in, ready to go. 20 grams of coffee straight in, and then we're just gonna add the hot water. I'm using water at about 90 degrees. On the scale, I've got the luxury of a timer on mine. So I'm going to start my timer. And I'm pouring in 200 grams of water. It's a pretty simple recipe, 20 grams of coffee and 200 grams of water. Then we just let that sit for a minute and then we'll press. All right, so the coffee's been brewing for about a minute now. I'm just gonna get the scales out of the way. I don't need that anymore. Filter's already in the cap. That goes on top. And now the tricky bit. The decanter on top and you just flip the whole thing over. And now, gentle press. Just steady. And this recipe will probably make a large cup, like a mug, or 2 small cups of coffee. You can always brew it a bit stronger by adding more ground coffee and then adding a bit of hot water extra later on, just to sort of top it up and make it a bit bigger. But 1 to 2 cups generally this recipe will make, and it's probably good for about that much. All right, I've pressed to the end. I heard a little bit of a hissing sound. That means that all the water's been pressed through. Lift and out, and that is good to go.